Wake up, young adult. Stop chasing delayed miracles. Stop praying in vain while heaven waits at the altar of your mother's honor. Respect her and your blessings will explode. Now, I want you to close your eyes if you can and picture your mother right now, living or gone, began dead. Picture the sacrifices she made. Picture the tears she hid. Picture the prayers she whispered on your behalf. Picture the night she wrestled with God so that you could see the dawn. And I want you to imagine now a golden light descending from heaven onto her face, onto her have, onto her face, onto her hands, onto her heart. And as that light touches her, imagine the light spilling over onto you. Imagine blessings cascading. Imagine doors opening. Imagine financial miracle shops. Imagine visions unfolding. Imagine prophetic ministry flowing. 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 Imagine your prayers being answered, because the Lord is saying that when you honor your mother, you honor the covenant of heaven. When you honor her, you open portals of blessing that cannot be hindered. When you bless her, you accelerate your destiny. And I declare prophetic breakthroughs over every young adult, every believer, every seeker, every church goer listening right now, because God is raising a generation that will not neglect the woman who bore them, a generation that will bless, a generation that will pray with tears of gratitude, a generation that will declare loudly, I respect my mother, I honor my mother, I bless my mother, I obey God in this, and I see visions of financial miracles raining down, of health being restored, of spiritual growth explode, 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 growth, explode, explode, growth, explode, growth, explode, of evangelism and prophetic ministry spreading like wildfire, of entire households coming under the canopy of divine favor, because one act of honor, one moment of respect, one prayer of gratitude, one testimony of love is enough to shift your destiny. And I call you now to act. Pick up your phone, visit her, send her flowers, pray for her, serve her, speak words of blessing, speak words of respect, speak words that release heaven, because every day you delay is a day heaven waits. Every hour you delay is a delay in your miracles of blessing. Pause. Every minute you delay is a delay in your miracles of blessing. Pause. Every minute you delay is a delay in your miracles of blessing. Every hour you delay in your miracles, blessing of Diane. Of every second you delay is a stall in your spiritual growth. And I see visions now of those who hear this word and act immediately. The mothers smiling, their hearts connecting, their prophetic callings expanding, 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 the prophetic callings expanding, the prophetic callings, what prophetic callings expanding, the prophetic callings expanding, the prophetic callings expanding, the prophetic callings expanding, the prophetic callings of prophetic callings, that because action releases heaven. And faith without action is incomplete, and gratitude without expression is hollow. And the Lord says, I am looking for hearts that will honor, hands that will serve, voices that will bless, tears that will pray, and souls that will bless, de-bless. And because respect for your mother is the rocket that launches your blessing, it is the wind beneath your miracle. It is the vessel that carries your prayer to the throne. It is the bridge from earth to breakthrough is blocked. The breakthrough is blocked. The answer delayed, and the enemy celebrates. But if you embrace it, heaven erupts, miracles unstoppable. And I want you to speak now, even in your heart, the words of action, the words of action, the words of action, the words of blessing, the words of action, the words of blessing, the words of blessing, the words of action, the words of blessing, the words of action, the words of action, the words of action, the words of honor, the words of blessing, the words of action, the words of action, the words that will release miracles. Mother, I respect you, I honor you, I bless you, I thank God for you, I will serve you, I will love you, I will serve you, I will love you, I will esteem you, and repeat them until your spirit feels fire, until your heart ignites, until your destiny shifts. The time of the heart, until your heart, until your destiny shifts. King God, do kim pasmon kim, do kim pasmon wa basmon wa over meek, until heaven answers, because repetition is spiritual activation, because confession releases power, because prophetic declaration moves mountains, because gratitude multiplies miracles, because action triggers breakthrough, and I see visions now of young adults rising, because action triggers breakthrough, and I see breakthrough, and I see visions now of young adults rising at triggers, breakthrough, and I see breakthrough, and standing with renewed purpose, lifting their mothers, blessing their households, launching ministries, praying with passion, worshiping with zeal, evangelizing with fire. And the Lord is saying, this generation will rise, this generation will honor, this generation will see miracles, this generation will see miracles, this generation will experience supernatural provision, this generation will walk in spiritual growth and prophetic ministry like never before. And I declare it over you now, over your life, over your relationships, over your ministry, in a walk and roll your life, over your relationships, over your ministry. Most spiritual, well, and now the bole with the fanama, your most spiritual, well, most spiritual, well, most uten, over your destiny, over your prayers, over your miracles, over your vision, over your calling, that as you respect your mother, heaven respects you as you honor her. God honors you as you bless her. Blessings chase you as you pray for her. Your prayers ascend as you serve her. Doors open as you love her. Walls fall as you forgive her. Chains break as you give to her. Abundance flows as you value her. Your spiritual growth accelerates as you esteem her. Your prophetic calling manifests as you obey God. In this, your destiny explodes and heaven rejoices over you. Stop delaying your miracles. Respect your mother today and unlock blessings heaven has been holding back. Act now, or your breakthrough stalls. Picture now in your mind the face of your mother, her hands, her eyes, her smile, the sleepless nights, the prayers she prayed over you when no one else was watching, the sacrifices she made when the world was blind. And imagine now a river of golden light descending from heaven onto her hands, onto her heart, onto her life. And as that light touches her, it flows into you and suddenly touches her. It flows into you, and suddenly when Savan what touches or flows into you, and suddenly the pros into you, and suddenly the pros into her, the pros into her, the pros into her, the pros into her, the pros. Suddenly you begin to see doors open, miracles manifest, visions unfold, financial breakthroughs arrive, relationships are restored, health returns, spiritual gifts awaken, prophetic calling ignites, evangelism flourishes, prayer life deepens, and your testimony becomes unstoppable. Because the Lord is tying every blessing every miracle, every favor, every gift, every answered prayer, every act of prophetic ministry to the honoring of your mother, to the respect you show, to the gratitude you express, to the service you perform, to the prayers you live, to the love you demonstrate. And I want you to act now, even as you hear this word, even as you feel the fire, even as conviction rises. Pick up the phone, visit her, serve her, speak to her, bless her, serve her, speak to her, bless her, speak to her, bless her, love her, spin her, love her, bless her, speak, uposive, bless her, pray for her, love her, spin her, speak to her, love her, speak to her, love her, spin her, heart. Because every second you delay, every minute you hesitate, every hour you postpone, you delay the manifestation of heaven in your life. You stall the movement of miracles. You hinder your prophetic destiny. And the Lord is saying, enough. Move now. Do not delay. Honor your mother. Do not delay. Honor your mother, your mother. Do not delay. Honor your mother. Do not delay. Honor your mother. Do not delay. Honor your mother. Anon. And watch heaven explode for you. And I see visions of young adults taking these words seriously, running to their mothers, kneeling beside them, hugging them, praying with tears, blessing with words, serving with hands, forgiving with hearts, and the supernatural begins to shift. The miraculous begins to manifest, the spiritual growth accelerates, the prophetic ministry expands, the evangelism ignites, the financial doors swing open, the relationships heal, the visions unfold, the prayers ascend, the testimonies rise, and the Lord is glorified. And I call you now to repeat this prophetic declaration with me. Mother, I honor you, I bless you, I respect you, I thank God for you, I serve you, I love you, I forgive you, I esteem you, I release heaven through you. Say again, say louder, feel, bless, act on it. Watch what heaven does. Because heaven cannot resist a heart that honors, a tongue that blesses, hands that serve, a spirit that obeys, and a life that acts. And I declare over every young adult, every seeker, every believer, every church-goer listening from 18 to 55, from every corner of the globe, that as you respect your mother, miracles chase you, favor surrounds you, spiritual growth explodes, prophetic ministry unfolds, evangelism ignites, prayer life deepens, testimonies rise, and heaven celebrates over you. And I see visions now of entire households transformed, of entire families blessed, of entire ministries launched, of entire communities healed, of intercessors awakening, of evangelists igniting, of prophetic voices rising, of financial breakthroughs flooding in, of destinies exploding, of destinies rising to the glory of God. Because respect for your mother is the catalyst for supernatural manifestation, the engine of spiritual acceleration, the lever of prophetic destiny, the portal to miracles, the doorway to blessing, the key to favor, and the path to heaven itself. And I say it again. Wake up, 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 wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Because your mother is not just a woman, she is the vessel, she is the conduit, she is the pathway, she is the key, she is the mechanism through which heaven releases its treasures into your life. And when you honor her, when you respect her, when you bless her, when you serve her, when you pray for her, when you forgive her, when you love her, when you esteem her, heaven moves, miracles explode, prayers ascend, blessings multiply, visions unfold, spiritual growth accelerates, prophetic ministry ignites, evangelism flourishes, growth accelerates, prophetic ministry ignites, evangelism flourishes. Testimonies rise, and the glory of God is manifested in ways beyond your imagination. And I declare it over you now with prophetic authority. As you honor your mother, your prayers will be answered, your miracles will manifest, your destiny will accelerate, your spiritual growth will explode will explode, 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 will explode. Your prophetic ministry will awaken. Your evangelism will ignite, and your life will become a testimony to the power of obedience, respect, and honor. And I see visions now of young, acting, praying, serving, blessing, and honoring, loving, esteeming, forgiving, calling, visiting, and heaven responds. Miracles manifest, spiritual growth explodes, prophetic ministry unfolds, evangelism spreads, testimonies rise, and the glory of God floods the earth through your obedience, through your respect, through your honor, through your action, through your heart, through your life, through your prayers, through your testimony. Because honor is the engine, respect is the fuel, action is the spark, obedience is the ignition, and heaven responds with supernatural acceleration, prophetic manifestation, spiritual explosion, and life-changing breakthrough. And I call on you now to visualize your mother, bless her, honor her, respect her, serve her, love her, pray for her, forgive her, speak words of blessing, and act immediately. Because every moment you delay, miracles stall, favor pauses, and act, prayers hang in the air. Spiritual growth slows, prophetic ministry is delayed, and your destiny waits. But when you act, everything shifts, everything changes, everything flows, everything multiplies, everything explodes, everything manifests, and heaven rejoices. And I see visions now of young adults from 18 to 55, global believers, seekers, church-goers, standing, acting, honoring, respecting, blessing, praying, loving, forgiving, serving, esteeming, speaking, declaring, testifying, and the supernatural breaks forth. Because respect for your mother is the ultimate lever of heaven, the key to miracles, the portal to spiritual growth, the engine of prophetic ministry, the catalyst for evangelism, the release of prayers, the unlocking of destinies, the acceleration of breakthroughs, the unlocking of destinies, the acceleration of breakthroughs, the multiplication of blessings, and the manifestation of God's glory on earth. And I say it again: wake up, act, honor, respect, bless, pray, serve, love, forgive, esteem, speak, declare, testify, because your destiny depends on it. Your miracles depend on it. Your prayers depend on it. Prayers depend on it. Prayers depend on it. Your 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 spiritual growth depends on it. Your prophetic ministry depends on it. Your evangelism depends on it. Your blessings depends on it. And heaven waits on it. And I declare over you now, as you honor your mother, every delay ends, every stall breaks, every prayer is answered, every miracle manifests, every vision unfolds. Before he met him, set light. Every miracle manifests, every vision be miracle manifests, every vision unfolds, every vision de miracle manifests, every vision to unmanifest, every vision be miracle. Every prophetic ministry awakens, every evangelism ignites, every testimony rises, and heaven rejoices over your life. If you want miracles, spiritual growth, and heaven's favor, respect your mother today. Don't delay another moment. And I say to you again, listen closely. Because heaven is speaking and the Spirit of God is moving. And if you do not hear this word tonight, you may miss the moment. You may stall the breakthrough. You may hinder the acceleration of your destiny. Because God's word is clear. Honor your father and your mother, the Castara man, that your days may be long, that your miracles may not delay, that your prayers may be answered, that your spiritual growth may flourish, that your prophetic ministry may awaken, that your evangelism may ignite, and that your life may become a testimony of heaven glory. And I see visions now of young adults, global believers, seekers, church-goers from 18 to 55, ignoring this divine law, chasing dreams, chasing goals, chasing visions, while the very person who poured life into them, who prayed for them, who sacrificed for them, who fasted and wept and interceded for them, stands neglected, unseen, unappreciated, and the Lord says, enough of ignoring honor, enough of rejecting obedience, enough of delaying blessing, enough of delaying blessing, enough of delaying blessing, enough of breaking covenant, enough of turning your back on the vessel of favor that I have placed in your life. And I want you to feel that urgency, that prophetic conviction, that fire rising in your spirit, because heaven is not indifferent, heaven is not passive, heaven is watching, heaven is waiting, and every day that you fail to honor your mother is a day that heaven delays. And every day you act in respect is a day heaven accelerates. And I want you to take a moment and visualize her again. See her face, see her hands, see the tears she shed, see the prayers she prayed, see the sleepless nights, see the moments she wrestled with God so that your life would prosper, that your life would prosper. See the sacrifices she made in secret, and I want you to imagine a river of golden light flowing from heaven, touching her heart, touching her soul, and as it touches her, it spills over onto you, spilling blessings, spilling miracles, spilling favor, spilling miracles, spill for miracles, spill for miracles, spill for miracles, for miracles, spill miracles, spill for miracles, spill for miracles, spill for miracles, spill miracles, spill for miracles, spill for miracles, spill for miracles, touching, spilling supernatural acceleration, spilling spiritual growth, spilling prophetic ministry, spilling evangelism, spilling answered prayers, spilling testimonies, because heaven responds to honor. Heaven moves at the sound of respect. Heaven multiplies what obedience releases. One that. And God's favor cannot be resisted when you honor the vessel he has placed in your life. And I see visions now of households being transformed, families being restored, finances multiplying, relationships healed, dreams unfolding, spiritual gifts awakening, prophetic calls igniting, proof of and save tenants, proof of evangelism spreading like wildfire, because the principle of honor triggers supernatural manifestation. And I want you to take action immediately. Call her, visit her, speak to her, serve her, bless her, pray for her, forgive her, love her, esteem her, and declare over her life, Mother, I honor you. I bless you. I respect you. I serve you. I love you. I forgive you. I esteem you. I respect. It burns with conviction until your heart ignites with love, until your destiny begins to shift, because repetition activates heaven, because confession releases power, because prophetic declaration moves mountains, because prayer multiplies miracles, because action accelerates breakthrough, because honoring your mother opens doors no man can open, because respecting her triggers blessings no thief can steal, and because loving her releases favor no enemy can block. And I declare now over every young adult, every seeker, every believer, every churchgoer listening today, that as you honor your mother, your miracles will manifest, your prayers will be answered, your spiritual growth will explode, your prophetic ministry will awaken, your evangelism will ignite, your health will be restored, your finances will multiply, your relationships will flourish, your visions will unfold, and your testimony will rise to the glory of God. And I see visions now of young adults rising, standing, acting, praying, serving, blessing, honoring, respecting, loving, esteeming, forgiving, speaking words of blessing, declaring prophetic activation, releasing testimonies, and heaven responds. And I call on you now to participate actively, to act immediately, to release honor, to pour respect actively, to act immediately, to release honor, to pour respect, to speak blessings, to lift prayers, to activate supernatural acceleration. Because your destiny, your miracles, your spiritual growth, your prophetic ministry, your evangelism, your financial breakthroughs, your relational restoration, and your testimony all depend on this one divine principle. The sinato money, your financial testimony, al prophetic music, the supernats. And I say it again, stop delaying, stop hesitating, stop neglecting, and honor your mother, respect her, bless her, serve her, pray for her, forgive her, esteem her, and act. Because heaven waits on your action, miracles wait on your action, miracles wait on your honor, blessings wait on your obedience. Prayers wait on your respect, spiritual growth waits on your gratitude, prophetic ministry waits on your love, evangelism waits on your destiny, waits on your devotion, and I declare it prophetically over your life now that as you honor your mother, supernatural acceleration, destiny. Prophetic awakening, spiritual explosion, evangelistic breakthrough, prayer multiplication, miracle manifestation, vision unfolding, testimony rising, and blessing multiplication will become your portion. And I see visions of those who act immediately, who pick up the phone, who visit, who serve, who bless, who pray, who forgive, who love, who esteem, who speak words of blessing, who declare prophetic activation, who release testimonies, and the supernatural shifts, the miraculous flows, the spiritual growth accelerates, the miraculous flows, the spiritual growth accelerates, the prophetic ministry awakens, the evangelism ignites, the prayers ascend, and the glory of God is manifested in unprecedented ways. Because honor triggers heaven, respect releases miracles, action accelerates destiny, obedience unlocks blessing, gratitude multiplies favor, and love opens portals of supernatural manifestation. And I want you to feel that urgency, feel that fire, feel that conviction, feel that prophetic activation, feel that vision, because God is raising a generation of believers who honor their mothers, bless their mothers, respect their mothers, serve their mothers, pray for their mothers, forgive their mothers, love their mothers, esteem their mothers, speak words of blessing, declare prophetic activation, release testimonies, and in doing so, they will unlock heaven, accelerate destiny, multiply miracles, awaken prophetic ministry, ignite evangelism, deepen prayer life, expand spiritual growth, and manifest the glory of God on earth. And I say it again, wake up, stand up, act now, honor, respect, bless, serve, pray, forgive, love, esteem, speak, declare, testify, because your miracles, your prayers, your spiritual growth, your prophetic ministry, your evangelism, your testimonies, and your destiny depend on it. And I declare prophetically tonight that as you honor your mother, the heavens will mirrors, blessings will explode, ministry will awaken. Bet I declare prophetic ministry will awaken. Bet prophetic ministry will awaken, will manifest. Prophetic ministry will awaken. Ministry, prophetic ministry will awaken. And I declared of awaken. Evangelism will ignite, spiritual growth will accelerate, prayers will ascend, testimonies will rise, financial breakthroughs will flow, health will be restored, relationships will flourish, dreams will unfold, and your life will become a testimony of heaven's glory. And I see visions now of young adults, global believers, seekers, church-goers from 18 to 55, rising, standing, acting, praying, serving, blessing, honoring, respecting, loving, esteeming, forgiving, speaking, declaring, testifying, and having response. Miracles manifest, miracles manifest, miracles manifest, miracles manifest, miracles blessing, miracles blessing, miracles manifest, miracles manifest, miracles manifest, miracles manifest, miracles manifest, miracles manifest. Spiritual growth explodes, prophetic ministry unfolds, evangelism spreads, testimonies rise, and the glory of God floats the earth through obedience, respect, and honor, because honor is the engine, respect is the fuel, action is the spark, obedience is the ignition. Respect is the fuel, action is the spark, obedience is the ignition. Respect is the fuel, action is the spark, obedience is the ignition, and heaven responds with supernatural acceleration, prophetic manifestation, spiritual explosion, and life-changing breakthrough. And I call on you now to visualize your mother. Bless her, honor her, respect her, serve her, love her, pray for her, 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 for her. So pray for her, serve her, love her, pray for her, for her, for her, for her. So pray for her, 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 and act immediately, because every moment you delay, miracles stall, favor pauses, prayers hang in the air, spiritual growth slows, prophetic ministry is delayed, and your destiny waits. But when you act, everything shifts, everything changes, everything flows, everything multiplies, everything shifts, everything changes, everything flows, everything multiplies, everything principles, everything changes, everything flows, everything principles, everything changes, everything flows, everything principles, everything open, everything explodes, everything manifests, and heaven rejoices. And I see visions now of young adults from 18 to 55, global believers, seekers, church-goers, standing, acting, honoring, respecting, blessing, praying, loving, forgiving, esteeming, speaking, declaring, testify, praying, loving, for besting, blessing, praying, asmon. And the supernatural breaks forth, because respect for your mother is the ultimate lever of heaven, the key to miracles, the portal to spiritual growth, the engine of prophetic ministry, the catalyst for evangelism, the release of prayers, the unlocking of destinies, the release of prayers, the unlocking of destinies, the release of prayers, the spiritual growth, the engine of prophetic ministry, the release of prayers, the release, the morning, the destinies, and the acceleration of breakthroughs, the multiplication of blessings, and the manifestation of God's glory on earth. And I say it again: wake up, act, honor, respect, bless, pray, serve, love, forgive, esteem, speak, declare, testify, because your destiny depends on it, your miracles depend on it. Your prayers depend on it, your spiritual growth depends on it, your prophetic ministry depends on it, your evangelism depends on it, your blessings depends on it, and heaven waits on it. And I declare over you now, as you honor your mother, every delay ends, every stall breaks, every prayer is answered, every miracle manifests, every time of miracle manifests on, depends on every miracle manifest. Every vision unfolds, every prophetic ministry awakens, every evangelism ignites, every testimony rises, and heaven rejoices over your life. And I say it again prophetically: wake up, respect your mother now, bless her now, pray for her now, serve her now, act now, and heaven will erupt for you. And say one now: bless her now, pray for her now, serve her now, serve her now, pray for her now, serve her now. Now, and heaven